Two men in their 40s have been confirmed as the victims of yesterday's deadly shooting in downtown Auckland as more disturbing details emerge about the gunman's past. New Zealand authorities have launched 4 separate investigations as questions remain about how the disgruntled tradie was able to access a shotgun.
Matutangi Matua Reid, the gunman whose murderous rampage has left a nation in mourning.
Very, very sad. Pretty sombre sort of feeling across the country.
The 24-year-old was serving a sentence of home detention for serious domestic violence, his every move tracked by an ankle bracelet. And yet, just after 7 a.m. yesterday, he walked onto an Auckland construction site and opened fire, killing 2 of his male colleagues. 10 others, including 2 police officers, were injured.
Cops and choppers, always roaming around. And then all of a sudden, like 5-10 minutes, bang, bang, bang.
Really scary. Really scary. Because at that time we don't know what happened. And then we just know some people inside have the gun. And then we don't know how many people.
Court documents reveal probation officers assessed Reid as being a low risk of reoffending. His case is now under review as police and forensic officers continue to comb through the crime scene, floor by floor, building a better picture of how the horror unfolded. New Zealand police are yet to confirm a motive for the shooting, but a close friend of Reid's has told 10 News First in recent days he'd become increasingly frustrated by disputes in the workplace.
There is no perfect science to predict of all of the people who look like this offender looked, and I can tell you there are plenty of them, which one's going to go on and do what happened yesterday.
It's a shock really, because stuff doesn't happen in New Zealand and Auckland. It's really unusual, and especially it's a shame with the World Cup.
The opening match went ahead overnight at Eden Park after a minute's silence to honour the victims.
We pause in their memory.
It was a brief respite from the day's shocking events as the hosts toppled Norway in front of the biggest crowd in New Zealand's football history.
I think it was a wonderful night last night for this Football World Cup and a win for us. So that maybe brought a little bit of a smile to some people's faces, but it's still underlying a pretty shocking event for Auckland.
But it hasn't deterred tourists who've travelled across the globe to be here.
This happens every day in the U.S., so when we came here, I guess I was surprised because guns are not allowed here, and that's how it should be in the U.S.
A poignant reminder that even the safest countries aren't immune to tragedies. Samantha Butler for 10 News First, Auckland.